everyone, it's Chris Bennett, Blockchain Beard Guy here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wanted to talk a little bit today about the stages that an organization goes through as they approach new technology, especially sweeping transformative technology like blockchain or the internet.com before that, or the PC revolution before that. And I'll start by telling a little story about a company that I spoke to very recently, and they said they tried out blockchain and they were very disappointed. They had heard about so many great blockchain solutions in supply chain, managing supply chain processes. They had a competitor in the marketplace who adopted a blockchain solution to manage their supply chain and had some great success with it. And so they decided to try blockchain, and it didn't work. Didn't make things any better. Actually ended up adding cost and time to the process. And they ended up going back to their old way of doing things. And so the conversation we were having was around, hey, is this technology just hype? Did we do something wrong? And in asking them some questions, it became clear that they didn't have any business objectives tied to the decision to use blockchain. It was purely a technology decision. We see our competitors doing it. We better do it. We need the technology because we don't want to be left out. And that's why I think from a business leader's perspective, these technologies can oftentimes seem overwhelming. Because if you approach them as technology decisions, they very quickly get complex and overwhelming, and they don't tend to work out well. An interesting potential example of this might be what's going on with Walmart. Walmart has said that all of its leafy green produce suppliers have until September 2019 to be on blockchain. Now clearly Walmart has business objectives tied to this decision, so I think it's going to end up being a very good, profitable decision for Walmart. However, I think for a lot of their suppliers, this might not work out so well, because I think a lot of suppliers are simply going to see it as a technology decision. Hey, Walmart has mandated we use this technology. We can't afford to lose their business, so we better adopt the technology. And they won't take it any further and try and tie existing business objectives or define new business objectives to support that technology decision. When I talk about business objectives, you may have heard me say this before, this is something very different than your mission statement. Your mission statement exists at a high level, the highest level, and it is relatively timeless, unchanging. If it does change, it changes very, very infrequently, and the changes are very, very small. Your business objectives change all the time, and they can be grouped into short, medium, and long-term objectives. And these are really your plans or your goals for how you enable your mission statement. And oftentimes, anybody in the company can tell you what the mission statement is. Very few people outside of senior leadership, and sometimes not even senior leadership themselves, can define what their business objectives are. But if you're wondering how to get started with all this, one of the best ways to get started is to do a SWOT analysis, is to get your leadership team together and have a very frank conversation about what are our strengths as an organization, what are our weaknesses, what opportunities exist in the marketplace, and what threats are there in the marketplace. And if you're doing this right, you'll start to see some correlation between strengths and weaknesses, as well as opportunities and threats. To give you an example, you might say organizationally, one of our strengths is that we're very agile. We can respond to changing market conditions much quicker than our competitors. If a competitor launches a new product, we can have a competing product to market faster than just about anybody else. So that's one of our core strengths. And one of our weaknesses is sometimes we rush things to market. We don't do enough testing. This results in unnecessarily low customer satisfaction results, etc. So really two sides of the same coin. So again, if you start to see some of these parallels, that's how you know you're doing it right. Your business objectives, as you go to define them, need to either support or enhance an existing strength, work on building or addressing a weakness, focus on capitalizing on an opportunity, or safeguarding against a threat. Once you've defined what those objectives are for your organization, they should be clearly communicated. And then, and only then, does it make sense to go evaluate technologies out on the marketplace to decide which ones support business objectives. So in the case of this company that used blockchain to manage their supply chain processes, if they had defined business objectives like, we want to cut time by a certain amount over a certain period, or we want to cut cost, or we want to increase customer satisfaction, or increase visibility, track and traceability. If they had some of these business objectives, I think their experimentation with the technology might have gone a lot differently. So that's the first phase. If you're looking at adopting any new technology, it's not a technology decision. It's making sure that organizationally you always know where you're going, everyone knows what the plan is, and then constantly assessing the marketplace to see, are there technologies or solutions out there, either mature or under development, which could help address or enhance or support some of these business objectives. So hopefully that's helpful. If you're organizationally struggling with all of these new emerging technologies and what they mean, you can start the process by having a very non-technical conversation, and really one that you guys as a management team should be having regularly anyway. So hope this was helpful. Love to hear what you think. How are you guys approaching this in your organization? How do your organizations approach technological change, reform and modernization? What have you seen that works well and doesn't work? I would love to hear in the comments. So leave me your thoughts. Love hearing them as always. And until next time, Chris Bennett, your blockchain beard guy. Hope you guys are having a great day.